Okay, so how do you not pretend to be panicking, but you are actually panicking? Well, this is exactly what's happening right now with Bungie. So, Bungie asks media outlets to delay marathon reviews until late March. They claim that it isn't a mandate, but a request slash suggestion. This is the one of the articles, so it's 100% true. I'm not making this up. This is in Rock Paper Shotgun by the way. Bungie asks Marathon critics to delay full reviews till the release of an endgame zone, which apparently is gonna come at some point in late March, right? So honestly, I don't know what to make of this. Bungie's Marathon reboot released yesterday but you might not get that impression from the developer's coverage embargo guidelines, which requests that critics delay their full review and impressions until the launch of a pinnacle endgame zone and experience later in March. It's a request slash suggestion, not a demand, but it rubs me in the wrong way regardless. I mean, of course. The Marathon reboot is not an early access launch that is marketed to buyers as unfinished, right? Because obviously if you go to Steam and you check the game, is obviously not a early access game whatsoever. If you go to SteamDB right now, actually, just check this out, right? This game here, it is not an early access game in any shape or form. Now, Slay the Spire, for example, this one is an early access game, by the way, right? And the game is doing quite well. That's a different topic. The topic of the day is effectively this is early access, and they didn't say, oh well, don't review it now, wait for like 3 months, whatever, until you can review it. But in this one, they did do that. And of course, you will say, well, it's just a request, it's a simple request, you know, it's not like an order. But the thing is, if the press does that, then they get on the bad side of Sony, and then they might not get new codes or free codes afterwards, which is the problem, right? It's all about, you know, power plays. Nonetheless, the users have already spoken on Metacritic, so the score of 300 average users is pretty bleak at the moment. So yeah, people's impressions, of course, some people may say that this is just review bombings, this is just hate. I mean, take it as you want. At the end of the day, you know, if people don't play a game, that's how the game is going to die. Right now, the game is still doing okay. Nonetheless, from day one, which it peaked at about 80,000 players, now it's peaking at about 75,000 players over the weekend, which kind of tells us that the game lost about 10,000 players in just one day. Now, that's not terrible, it's not bad, but if the trend continues, that's when we're going to have a problem. So let's see some of the reviewers and what they're saying. Yet another generic shooter which is impossible to play more than 10 minutes because it's too boring. Seems purple hair developers, which does not have clue what good game are and still present in major companies. You know exactly what this guy is hinting at, all these activists. Now there are some positive reviews here, of course, as well, but let's focus on the negative ones and see why are people so angry? Why are people so angry about the game? This is of course what we're trying to get to the bottom of, right? For future reference. So, game is crap. Seems like a bad reskin of Halo and Destiny. Unfinished, rushed slop, it says here. Textures seem not to load in fully at times. Font looks ugly. Items look ugly. And content is lacking. Why come out with a game that needs a lot more work and charge a lot for skins? Shame on you, Bungie. I believe that right now in the store, I mean, I don't own the game, but I believe what I read online that in the store, there are skins which you have to pay like $15 for it, like some of the skins, like the premium skins or whatever. Like, why would you pay $15 for a premium skin? Like, people just, I mean, there are people who do that, but usually in gacha games where they buy for their waifus and, like, you know, they buy special skins, special outfits for their waifus and stuff like that. But here, like, no one's gonna pay for that, you know, for just different colors. I don't like the colors, they make me sick, and I don't get the UI. The Arc Raiders is by far much better. Look, I've played several Server Slam on PC, and it literally almost put me in coma. I wish I was lying, but if I wanted to, I could include the community as a part of this, but then I would just make it worse. The game itself is a copy and paste slop of Apex Legends and Fall Guys. The gunplay is the only reason why this is a 1 and not a 0. The menus are awful. The movement is clunky. The maps are if Fall Guys crossed over with Destiny and Apex. The loot is just a bunch of random trash with some techie name. Release day comes, and what do you know? Here Bungie is throwing a battle pass style cash grab at me. Just a bunch of reskins with different color. There's a reason why so many people refunded and chose not to play this game after the server slam. For a PvP focused extraction, you fight 7 times more bots than actual players. The hero abilities are underwhelming. It's just a slop of a game. Do not play or buy. So yeah, this person is pretty angry on this. Game, Bungie killed Destiny for this slop ass game for a mid-genre, let Bungie burn in hell. This person is really angry about this one. Okay. Avoid, don't listen to Burnt Peanut. He was paid $250,000 to say to buy the game is great. He is not playing it, by the way. Strange. It's a pile of trash. Live service is killing gaming. Sooner it dies, the better. There was great for about 10 minutes, but then it happened. About every half an hour you will receive adverts in game that almost take you to the entire screen trying to sell microtransactions, and to remove it you have to click on it, which redirects you to the internet browser, and then close the browser to resume playing the game. Absolute joke. I mean, if this is happening, that's just retarded. Honestly, that's just retarded. Alright, what the burning hell is this crap, Bungie? I want to know who thought this would be a great idea. Who is this for? Sweaty streamers? Is it worth making a game just for them? This game and type of game was never appealing to me, but I played the server slam just to know what I was thinking about. I don't know what to write. This is so bad. Only thing I liked is how the weapons feel, because that's what I loved about Destiny, which is a fraction of what it once was. I just have to say it, a Star Wars fusion, really? Worst idea right before thinking of creating this waste of time and funds. No, thank you. Get a grip, please. Stop being such a greedy corporate a-holes. Man, this is crazy. This person went wild, right? So, as you can see from the reviews, people are not happy for a number of things, some of them being, of course, the gameplay, some of them being the graphics, some of them being the actual extraction experience. Game is super slow. I've had 2 to 3 PvP encounters, the loot isn't interesting, and the textures seem blurry. I don't know what the positive is about the game, maybe art style, right? Marathon gunplay is serviceable, but nothing groundbreaking, just okay. In a sea of extraction shooters, the core loop of looting, fighting, and extracting offers moments of tension, but it rarely elevates beyond competent, leaving you in a rhythm that's functional yet forgettable. Looting feels like a chore with unrewarding drops and tedious inventory management that kills momentum. Menus are clunky, slow, and contain menu within menu. The artwork is tough to look at for more than 1 hour, with load screens giving a glimpse of Buffalo Bill fever dream when it's not in the hole. Marathon is not recommended. So yeah, pretty bad, man, pretty bad. Look at this one. This game sucks. Worst game of Bungie ever. This developer would be perfect for one to do a Killzone Resistance game with an awesome single player or multiplayer. But now, after the big Halo franchise, they've lost their way. And now it's the live service market. I played this game. UI is bad, the colors and art are bad, there is nothing new in the genre, is more of the same. The gunplay is only the good thing, but if the rest is bad, there's no point. There is nothing in here who give me the sensation of wanting to play more. There is better games in the genre, so why would I continue playing this? Really hope Sony gives up these live service bullshit. Their fans want single player games, some of them with multiplayer too, but not this type of garbage to make money trying to be the next Fortnite. Amen, brother. I mean, honestly, I agree with this particular statement. Like, Sony is going speedrunning to making, games as a service effectively for like the last 4 years. just because they think that's the minefield, that sorry, that's the gold mine. Not, it is a minefield, right? But that's the gold mine for them, and they believe that if they strike gold with like a couple of these, they will make billions. But the problem is that to make billions with a live service game, it's a huge massive gamble, and most of the times it doesn't pay off, as we have seen with Concord, as we're going to see maybe with Fair Game, as we are seeing with many other games as a service. It's very difficult to actually make a game which is gonna stand in time and make its money back, because Marathon, by the way, the game costed over $150 million to develop, plus the server maintenance, which is going to be yearly, maybe like, sorry, monthly, a couple of million. I don't know how many millions per month, 1, 2 million, no idea, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, it's expensive, right? So having to pay for those servers for monthly player bases, right? If they can't make the money back fast enough, they are literally burning money. Do you want to be in a place where you're going to burn over another year $10 million, for example, and not make that money back? Well, obviously, the obvious answer is no. Unless you can make that money back tenfold or fivefold, it's not worth it. Just scraping by year, or just making like a profit of just $1 million or whatever per year from this, it's just not worth it. It's just the cost of it is just not worth it. It's a negative sum game, right? So that's it for today's video, guys. On this one, honestly, again, this is no hate on Marathon per se, but I believe what they've asked for delays and reviews, I think that's a bit shady. I do not agree with that, as many other people, because you are basically forcing the press to cater to that, because if they, they go ahead and do it, they will then not receive codes from Sony anymore. Like, Sony will see them as the, outlaws, or like the bad people on the blacklist, right? So it's almost like you are effectively holding the press hostage until you tell them, okay, now you can review my game. It's like, you don't do that, because that's just, it looks bad on you, on your company, on everything. It's just a bad choice. So guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next ones. Bye.